what are some of the core values that you guys set, and why did you guys decide to go that route? Why did you decide to pick some of those core values?
Yeah, so once you've decided who you want to be, the next goal is you have to find team members who are aligned with who you want to be. And so the best way to get that alignment from the team is to have core values that end up being your North Star. And they're your North Star because you get to make all your decisions based on those four, or in our case, 4 core values. Others might have more. My goal is probably only to ever have 3 or 4. Like, I don't know how you're going to be 7 different things at once. Mm-hmm. And can you be 7 different things at once really good? Probably not. So we have 4 core values, and the entire point of those 4 core values is to align our teams and align our decision-making. And so you'll hear us use the word choice of those core values just in everyday speaking. Are we being legendary? Are we trusting the process? Are we holding the vision? Have we communicated? Have we communicated now? Have we communicated by the time the sun went down? Are they a jerk? Are you a jerk? Am I a jerk? Who's being a jerk, right? So our 4 core values are no jerks, hold the vision, trust the process, communicate now, good or bad, and fuck average, be legendary.
Yeah, I love it.
The last one was very, and still is very controversial, but I love it. Because in our industry, like, we need that fire. You got to accept, like, we're in construction. That's our industry. So we're a little bit of a tougher, gruffer kind of group. And, I think word choice is really important. And so I think throwing in a word that is maybe not as typical in the professional, white collar kind of perspective, I think just really shows that we're trying to be authentic, because we're not going to pretend that those words don't pop up every now and then.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. And I know that you guys picked those specific ones to really be true to the organizations that you want to build, because anybody out there, when they're creating core values, they're trying to be like, cute, and they're trying to kind of do things that they actually don't even want to follow. So you guys kind of really build that and actually using that, which is fantastic. And everybody knows about it too.
Yeah. I mean, I think you got to be like raw and authentic, and it has to resonate with people. So originally our core values, I would say they were just like too professional. I think the acronym was RESPECT. So it was like respect, efficiency, teamwork, collaboration, whatever. I don't know what technology, like whatever the other T's are. And like, to some extent, all of that should just be like baseline. Respect and efficiency and teamwork, collaboration, like just to even be in business, that should be an expectation. So really, what is different about your culture? And you can't say it's respect, because we give respect to the barista at Target, right? So like, it can't be that. You got to like be more definitive of who you are, how you are, and how you want your team to act and be, because then it'll help you attract people who align with those visions.
Absolutely.
If you don't like being someone who likes to over communicate, if you're not someone who really believes in process, right? You probably shouldn't be on our team. And you'll probably realize that when you go to read your core values and you're like, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Well, then you're probably not going to fit in and want to row with the rest of the team to where we're going.
Absolutely. So from the time that you set those core values, how would you say that your team has shifted or has gotten better or, has, grown?
Yeah, so it doesn't happen overnight. So we set those in 2020 when the world had shut down and we had some extra time. So we decided, let's kind of rechange our culture a little bit. So we set those in 2020. And the thing about core values, again, is they're the North Star for all your decisions. So you kind of have to wait for decisions to start to happen that center around those core values. So I would say it probably took us about 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
Because you're trying to, first you change them and you expose your team, but then they're always skeptical, as they should be. They're like, well, are we really going to do this? Are you guys going to follow this too? You say no jerks and you mean that for clients. Are you going to fire a client because they're a jerk? I want to see you do that first. And that takes time. You can't like force all these things to happen within 6 months. And then here, I proved I made the decisions you thought I was going to. You need reps. You need things to happen. And so it took like 2 or 3 years of reps, is what I like to call it, of them watching us make decisions that were aligned with those core values every chance we got. We're not perfect, so we don't always hit it every time. But then they started to see, oh, they mean it. They will do that. They will take this seriously. They are taking this seriously. But again, it does take a little bit of time. And then what also tends to happen, Again, the people who didn't believe in those core values self-select out, or we select them. But for the most part, they self-select out. And then because these core values are now our guiding principles when we're hiring or, engaging with new clients or engaging with subcontractors or engaging with team members to be on our team, they're the criteria we use to decide if they're going to be able to come on board or not.
Absolutely.
And so then now we're at the point that people, get weeded out, if you will, before they even start to engage with the team. So again, it takes time. And that's kind of the whole point, kind of going full circle to where if you're trying to scale and you want to try and do all this after you get the sales, it's a lot harder to do and you've got a lot longer of cleanup to do than if you just kind of take the time in the beginning, not to be perfect. You can still change, you can still evolve, but at least have it be like a topic of conversation that you're trying to work towards.
I love it.
Because then you won't have to take the 3, 4, 5, 6 years to completely revamp your culture, your systems, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
That's so fire! Fire, fire, fire! That's so fire, baby! That's so fire! Fire! That's so fire!